Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. We have some great stuff to go over today. We have some updates on Stellar and what's going on with them in USDC being deployed on their blockchain. We also have SBI teams up with Swiss 6 Exchange to offer institutional crypto services in Singapore. If you're wondering why this is important, it's because SBI is a partner of Ripple. We also have the Flare airdrop coming up, and crypto analyst says that XRP is ready to rip. Our coin prices for today, we're pretty much pulling back as of right now. We have Bitcoin at 18,350, Ethereum at 554, XRP at 55 cents. So for the most part, the market is pulling back a little bit, which is, to be expected. Honestly, we're not even really pulling back that much considering the gains that we have had. I know a lot of people are freaking out, but the people who are freaking out, I think for the most part, these are people who are either new to the space or they bought in late, because those of us who are buying Bitcoin, down at the sub $10,000 region, even below, $13,000, $12,000 region, buying XRP below that 25-cent region, Ethereum below the $300 region. I mean, we are still in great profit. So for those of you who are new to the space and you can't believe that you're losing money, just keep in mind that this is crypto. Things do get volatile, and when in doubt, holding is probably your best bet. There is so much money coming into the space. If you can't handle it, just remember why you invested. If you invested for the long term, hopefully you did invest for the long term, and just wait, be patient, hodl, do your research, and you'll realize what it is that you are actually holding. With that said, let's get started. If you are a frequent viewer of the show and you'd like to show some support, hit that like button, make it turn blue. It helps a ton with the YouTube algorithm, and because of you guys hitting the like button, dropping comments, your unbelievable amounts of support, we have hit 13,000 subscribers here on YouTube, which is absolutely insane, and it's really all thanks to you guys, and you guys are helping push that mass adoption, right? To me, I see every subscriber is a person that we get to educate on cryptocurrency. Then they get to go ahead, they get to educate their friends and family on cryptocurrency, and it's like we really are fostering the adoption. So make sure you like, make sure you comment, and make sure you share. With that said, German private bank Hawk and Aufhauser, I hope I'm saying that correctly, I know I'm not, says it will launch a crypto investment fund in January of next year, allowing institutional and semi-institutional investors to invest in digital assets, including Bitcoin, Ether, and Stellar Lumens. Interesting, right? Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Stellar Lumens. Why Stellar, right? It's not even, is Stellar in the top 10? I don't think so. No, Stellar's not in the top 10, or Stellar's just out of the top 10. It's at 11. So very interesting choice on Stellar. The minimum investment into this fund is approximately 242,000 US dollars. And they say we are seeing that digital assets and cryptocurrencies are becoming increasingly attractive with institutional investors. So very, very interesting, guys, right? These banks who hated Bitcoin, they hated cryptocurrencies, they want in on it. And this is things that we have been seeing, I would say, for the past year of 2020, right? 2020 has truly been the year when everybody has retracted their previous statements of how much they hate Bitcoin, right? We've seen so many big players either retract their statements, switch their position on it, or come out in support of it. With that said, MicroStrategy will issue 400 million in securities to buy more Bitcoin. So this is pretty insane, guys. We just went over yesterday, MicroStrategy bought an additional $50 million worth of Bitcoin at an average price of roughly $19,400 per Bitcoin. And now they want to double down on that Bitcoin bet and are announcing the securities offering to raise 400 million to invest into Bitcoin. On December 7th, the firm revealed plans to issue 400 million in convertible senior notes, a debt security that can be converted into the issuing company shares. The announcement stated that MicroStrategy intends to invest the net proceeds from the sale of the notes in Bitcoin. At current prices, the 400 million would increase the company's holdings by 20,833, which would bring the firm's total crypto stash to almost 62,000 Bitcoin. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think any of us are holding anywhere near 62,000 Bitcoin. I mean, this is insane. And one thing that Michael Saylor said on an interview, I wish I knew which interview. I could probably find it if I look hard enough. But one of the things he said, he goes, what happens when there's more people like me? What happens when more people with pockets like me realize what Bitcoin is, right? And they realize that they need to get into it. And that completely blew my mind, because it is true, right? Michael Saylor is one of the first people to really come out here and just start buying, converting all of his US dollars into Bitcoin, right? His personal stash, he has a ton of Bitcoin on his personal stash. Now his company stash, his entire company has gone from having their reserve currency as the US dollar to putting all of their reserves into Bitcoin. I mean, this seems like something out of a movie, right? Seems like something that's not even true, but it is true. It's right in front of our eyes, and you can watch interviews with Michael Saylor, and he'll tell you why he's doing this. It is absolutely crazy. Now get this, guys. MicroStrategy will pay semi-annual interest to the note holders until December of 2025, but the firm also reserves the right to redeem the notes for cash from December 20th of 2023. The announcement states that MicroStrategy may also offer up to an additional 60 million worth of notes to which initial purchasers within 13 days of commencing the offering. The securities will be issued under Rule 144 of the Securities Act and will be available to qualified institutional investors only. Now this goes into the past history with MicroStrategy, but I feel like we've been covering MicroStrategy since their first Bitcoin purchase. So if you guys have been following the channel, you know all about that. But they do give the current market value of their holdings. So at the current market value, their BTC stash is worth nearly 784 million, meaning the firm is currently up 65% on its $475 million investment. Absolutely insane, guys. And again, in Michael Saylor's words, what happens when there's 10 of him? What happens when there's 100 of him? Guys, this is how the market cap goes to trillions of dollars, right? People say, how the heck is that price going to get there, right? Whether it's Bitcoin or XRP, they say, how could we get to that price? That would mean the market cap is going to get to the trillions of dollars. And to you, I say, do you really think the market cap isn't going to go to the trillions of dollar range? Why wouldn't it? I mean, just look at the dollar. Look at how we print the dollar. If we're printing these magic dollars, right, we can print trillions of dollars. Why wouldn't those trillions of dollars flow into something like cryptocurrency, right? I think people who think that cryptocurrency can't get to the trillions, I don't know. I think they're going to realize that they were not thinking about this big enough, right? And that's the one thing, is we have to start thinking about crypto in a much bigger way because it is still in its infancy. We also have crypto analyst, Credible Crypto. He says XRP is ready to rip. So let's just jump into what he says. So in regards to Bitcoin, he says, if this $19,000 level holds, I expect we go for a new all-time high next. Anything below 19K will have to wait at that point, in my opinion. 18.8 to 19K to be exact. If Bitcoin's price holds up, the analyst expects XRP to move from its current price of about 61 cents to around $1.15. And right here, this is what he's drawing that he thinks. So roughly the price action, right? Obviously, I'm sure he's not putting this out of this is exactly what the price action is going to look like, but that's probably a rough picture. And XRP, when it is going parabolic, I mean, that really is pretty much how it looks like, right? We have a massive spike up. We have some sideways consolidation, followed by another massive spike up. It's just the way XRP likes to move, unless if things change, right? The past doesn't always have to repeat itself. So obviously things could change. Maybe XRP does a slow grind up, but so far, I mean, based off this first leg up, it looks like XRP is going to repeat history. Again, no guarantees, but so far with what we're looking at, it looks pretty likely. The momentum is on Bitcoin, but there is also significant momentum on XRP as there is an airdrop approaching in the coming week. The 22-cent mark flipped for support, which granted that we've made a higher low structure in this upward structure during the year 2020, after which this downward trend broke to the upside, resulting in such a massive impulse wave toward 80 cents. If you are on Coinbase, this went all the way up to 92 cents. As XRP frequently has those massive moves, a correction is most likely to happen through which we can anticipate potential support around the 45-cent region and potentially at 36 to 32 cents if Bitcoin starts to correct. If that happens, the next impulse wave might go toward $1 plus. So keep in mind, guys, he is saying that we could see support going all the way down to 32 cents. Now, we might not go that low, but our support level can hold all the way to that level. So if you do see XRP go down to 40 cents, 38 cents, 32, 35 cents, that region, there's nothing to really be worrying about, right? You might be down on your money, yes, but long term, guys, XRP's in an uptrend, right? We are finally in an uptrend. We are making higher highs. We are making higher lows, and we are finally in a good spot, right? Instead of the past 3 years of XRP making lower highs, lower lows, and during just an absolute terrible bear market, right? Getting absolutely hammered, selling off, and every time we try to break out, we just continuously sell off. Things are finally starting to look positive. And again, we have this 17.5 billion XRP set to receive Flare airdrop as a growing number of crypto exchanges confirm support. Okay, so people are definitely loading up on XRP. I've been looking on Twitter, even on YouTube. People are openly admitting, they're buying more XRP in anticipation of getting this Flare airdrop, right? They want these Spark tokens. They think they're going to be valuable. Now, whether we have a sell-off afterwards, I'm sure we will, whether it's for Spark or for XRP, I'm not sure. Definitely for Spark, I think there's going to be a sell-off. There's almost always a sell-off after an airdrop or when a new token comes out. It's just the way it is. Honestly, we're probably just going to have to figure out where it's going to settle, right? I'm not going to be trading it. I'm just going to watch it. It'll be fun to look at, and wherever it settles, it'll settle. When we start to consolidate and we can see clear accumulation, maybe then we could get ready to make an actual entry with fresh capital. As we know, Coinbase is now also supporting the Flare airdrop for XRP. So they're saying that any XRP you hold on Coinbase, that you will get your Flare or your Spark tokens airdropped to you. And they are also saying that participating exchanges may halt the buying and selling of XRP. So that is very interesting. That is something that has never been done before, as far as I'm aware, not only for XRP, but as far as I'm aware, I don't know of any token that during an airdrop, whether it was a fork or some other type of airdrop, because again, with this Flare airdrop, it's not really a fork, right? It's an airdrop. It's a completely different thing. I've never heard of them halting the buying and selling of said cryptocurrency. If you guys know of something like that, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to look into it and see what happened. Maybe that could give us a good idea of what might happen with this. But yeah, guys, interesting stuff. This Snapchat happens very, very soon, right? December 12th, I think it is. So things are definitely winding up to get very interesting. If you guys are enjoying the video, make sure you drop it a like and make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified every single day when I upload. I upload a video like this daily going over Bitcoin, altcoins, and everything going on in the crypto space to try and keep you up to date. Keep in mind that none of this is financial advice. We are just documenting the daily crypto news and this crypto bull run. Your fear and greed index for today is sitting at 95. We are still in extreme greed, and we have some crazy stuff coming from Stellar. USDC is expected to go live on Stellar by February of 2021. They say we've put together a handy FAQ with everything you need to know about USDC on Stellar. So for you guys, I went through this FAQ and I took out the most interesting bits of it, right? Because there's a lot of stuff to read through, and we just want the exciting stuff. So in October, this is coming from Stellar, in October, we shared that USDC is coming to Stellar. So we all knew this. Now, USDC is expected to go live on Stellar by February of 2021. Now, they have what is Center, what is Circle, what is USDC. Again, I'm assuming you guys know what USDC is. If you don't, then maybe this is an article you want to read all the ways through. But I'm going to assume most of you know what USDC is, so we're going to skip to the more interesting bits. So now, what does it mean that USDC is coming to Stellar, right? I know a lot of people are probably confused. What does that mean? Are we just gonna be able to send USDC on the Stellar blockchain? So here is what they say it means. Circle Internet Financial will issue a USDC asset on the Stellar network. Developers and businesses will be able to integrate it into Stellar-based apps and services to allow users to make deposits and withdrawals. Users will be able to hold, transfer, and trade USDC just like any other asset on the network. Stellar USDC is part of Center's multi-chain USDC framework. It will coexist and interoperate with various USDC tokens on other chains, including the original Ethereum USDC token. Each chain offers advantages tied to specific use cases. Stellar, which is designed to connect all the world's currencies on a single platform, unlocks a whole new realm of payment-related applications for USDC. Okay, so that's what it means for what is USDC coming to Stellar even mean. Now, what is is the benefit for businesses building on Stellar. They say USDC is held to Centure's high standards to maximize the security of customer funds. It has proven adoption and deep global liquidity across countries and platforms, which make it an optimal asset for use in cross-border transactions. Fundamentally, it will make it easier to build apps and services that provide reliable access to tokenized USD to businesses and consumers all over the world. So, if there is one thing that you get out of this, right? If this is hard for you to understand, if there's one thing that you should understand about it, it's this last sentence right here. So fundamentally, on a fundamental level, right? Let's go back for a second. The US dollar, right? The US dollar, what do we know ultimately is the end game with the US dollar? The end game is to tokenize it, right? If we know the end game is to tokenize the US dollar, then here's why it's so important, because in their words, fundamentally, it will make it easier to build apps and services that provide reliable access to tokenized US dollars to businesses and consumers all over the world. Okay, so there's one thing that you retain out of this, that is it. This is going to make it easier for businesses to have reliable access to the tokenized US dollar, because the tokenized US dollar, being USDC, will run on the Stellar blockchain. Man, that is some really, really bullish stuff for Stellar Lumens. I am very, very excited. We've had a lot of time to pick up some cheap Stellar at some insanely low prices. One could even argue that Stellar right now is extremely undervalued. Stellar right now on the 7-day is down 23%. Down 23%, sitting at 15 cents. And we have news that USDC is going to be running on Stellar, making it easier for business to access the tokenized US dollar. If you don't see what's going to happen at this point, like if you don't see the scope of this, how huge this is, I don't know any other way to explain it. Like I've said before, cryptocurrencies, blockchain technology are going to fundamentally change your life, our way of living, the way our economy works, everything. It's going to be implemented in probably every facet of your life. And most people probably won't even notice it, right? They'll go about their daily lives not even realizing that everything is tokenized, everything is on the blockchain. But, us as early investors, we are probably going to be rewarded greatly. Probably, I'm trying to save my butt here with the financial advice stuff, but I mean, come on. Like, we are going to be rewarded greatly. Not financial advice, do your own research, yada, yada. SBI teams up with Swiss 6 Exchange to offer institutional crypto services in Singapore. Again, SBI is a partner with Ripple. Announced Tuesday, the two firms have launched a joint venture to form a Singapore-based digital asset exchange and issuance platform and a central securities depository. The new entity is set to go live in 2022, subject to regulatory approvals from the Monetary Authority of Singapore. SBI, a Ripple investor and partner headquartered in Tokyo, said the joint venture is aimed to meet the demands of institutional investors for digital assets and will offer digital asset custody as well as other services. They go on to say that this important partnership with SBI Digital Asset Holdings builds on our Zurich-based exchange and CSD and will allow us to provide services into the Asian markets as well as open up the trading channel between Europe and APAC. Really, really cool, guys. As we know, Singapore has been at the forefront of cryptocurrency adoption. In terms of a country that is not afraid to embrace cryptocurrency, Singapore has been setting a very, very good example of that. So we had some great news for today, guys, but unfortunately, that is the end of the video. I know, crazy, right? If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you drop the like button, make it turn blue, and make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified every single day when I upload. Again, if you're trying to keep up to date and know what's happening with cryptocurrencies, whether it's Bitcoin, altcoins, we do cover a lot of XRP, but even now I'm trying to cover more vechain. I'm trying to cover more of other coins. I'm even thinking about possibly doing 2 videos per day just because we're getting so much news coming out now. It's almost impossible to do it all in one video. And I really don't like making long videos. Even now my videos are like 20 minutes long. If I include everything that happens in a day, my videos are going to be like 45 minutes long. So I am toying with the idea of making 2 videos per day. It's just really going to depend on how much time I have. I also don't want to get burnout. Again, I do this because it's fun. I really enjoy making these videos, and I definitely don't want to turn it into a job where I'm getting burnout and I don't enjoy it, because if I don't enjoy it, I know I can't bring you guys the best content possible. So anyways, guys, a lot of great stuff today. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the bell. You'll be notified every single time I upload. And with that said, I'll see you all on the next one. Have a great day, everybody.